It's the next part of my DVD collection viewing. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to the next part of my viewing of my DVD collection. Previous parts available on the playlist, etc. Let's crack straight on. This is a film I really like. This is From Hell, made by the brothers, the Hughes brothers, who did Dead Presidents and Menace to Society. It's about Jack the Ripper. Johnny Depp plays Inspector Aveline, who was the inspector investigating the Jack the Ripper murders. Heather Graham plays Mary Kelly. Robbie Coltrane plays his Aveline's assistant. Ian Holm is... I can't remember the character name. The surgeon. I can't remember. Lots of other brilliant people in it. Really good, really stylised version. I love, probably not the right word, but I'm really interested in Jack the Ripper, and this is probably the best Jack the Ripper film in my opinion. Yeah, just really love it. It's the original Independence Day. This is Region 1, as was From Hell. Funny little case, very shiny silver. So it's two DVDs, and Who's great case for them, as they did at the time in their 5-star collection, digitally THX mastered and all that stuff that we expect nowadays, but it was special in those days. So disc 1 is the film. It's got a special edition on it with 9 extra minutes as well, and then disc 2 is all the extras. But brilliant film, The First Independence Day. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think I've already shown you the sequel, I think. This was the first and best one. One of the better horror films, slasher horror films, in my opinion. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Ryan Philippe. This is Heart of Midnight, which I picked up cheap purely because it's got Jennifer Jason Leigh in it, who I really like. Peter Coyote's also in it. And I'm trying to remember, it's a long time since I've watched it. I think she inherits, I'm quickly reading the blurb, she inherits her uncle's nightclub, and it turns out he's a vampire, I think. Spoilers. This is The Wonderful Heathers, just a brilliant film. Winona Ryder, who I adore. Christian Slater in probably his best role. If you haven't seen it, watch Heathers. It is amazing. It's 13 going on 30. I was having a bit of a Jennifer Garner moment at the time I bought this. I think I was in the middle of watching Alias, so I picked this up. It's quite a fun teen comedy type thing. Basically, she swaps places with her 13-year-old self. No, the other way round. 13-year-old, that's it. She's 13 and she makes a wish, and when she wakes up, she's 30. But yeah, as I say, it's fun. This is The Hulk. This is the first one, the Ang Lee one, which I always thought was very appropriate. But Ang Lee, because you won't like me when I'm Ang Lee. Anyway, sorry. Eric Banner as David Banner. Is he David in this or Bruce? Bruce in this. David Banner in the TV series, Bruce Banner in the films and the comics. Lovely Jennifer Connelly as Betty Ross. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. You know, the best Hulk film is Thor Ragnarok, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's okay. This is a BBC miniseries, which I absolutely adore, Desperate Romantics. It's about the pre-Raphaelite movement in the 19th century London. Brilliant cast. Aidan Turner, Rafe Spall. I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. And again. Ray Spall, Aidan Turner, Samuel Barnett, Sam Crane, Zoe Tapper, Amy Manson, Jenny Jacks, Phil Davis, Tom Hollander. It's just a really, really good series. This is The Canyons. Strange film. Written by Bret Easton Ellis, who wrote American Psycho. Directed by Paul Schrader, who wrote Taxi Driver, directed American Gigolo and lots of other stuff. Basically, it's about a couple who are swingers, for want of a better phrase, and when secrets come out and all that sort of stuff. But it's Lindsay Lohan in a very revealing role, shall we say, and James Dean, who's a porn star, not James Dean, D-E-A-N, but D-E-E-N. Yeah, strange little film, but it's alright, quite sexy. It's a film I've got a soft spot for, Honest. Written and directed, is it written by him? Yeah, he co-wrote it. David A. Stewart from Eurythmics and what have you. He co-wrote it with Dick Clement and Ian LaFrenne, plus somebody called Karen Street, who I'm not familiar with. It's about a family of sisters played by three of the All Saints, Nick and Nat Appleton and Melanie Blatt, and they are thieves, basically. And it's set in the 60s, and it's sort of a bit of a romp, and yeah, I'd say I've got a bit of a soft spot for it. This is a film I picked up, let me get this right. This was, if you remember, in my previous video, in my saucy erotic film bits, I had Bikini Ski School, which was shit, and the reason I got that, it was in a triple pack. It was that plus a film I wanted, which I think, no, I can't remember which one it was, and the other one that was in it anyway was this film, which is Devotion, which I don't remember much about. I think it's a bit of a thriller, so it's a bit better than Bikini Ski School, but it wasn't great. Yeah. This I've not long finished watching. This is all the surviving episodes of the BBC children's quiz, no, not quiz show, game show, The Adventure Game. This is sort of a precursor to Crystal Maze. I was a bit concerned that I'd get bored with it watching all the episodes, that they get a bit samey, but it's a long time since I only watched them when they were on telly, if you see what I mean. And then I don't think I watched it every week. But each series is very different from the other. There's some things that carry over, but they kept playing with the format, so it doesn't get boring. There's lots of interesting people guesting on it. Graham Garden, Johnny Ball, James Burke, Professor Heinz Wolff, Keith Chegwin, Noel Edmonds, Fern Britton, and lots of other people. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching them. So I'm getting a bit snotty now. This is Bound. This is basically a rip-off of 50 Shades of Grey, which for some reason Charisma Carpenter decided to star in and get naked a lot in. So I bought it. Speaking of getting naked a lot, this is The Story of O, which is a French film from 1975. It was sort of based on the erotic novel O. I can't remember who wrote that, but Pauline Riage. I'm just reading the back. It was sort of capitalising on Emmanuel and that sort of stuff. So it's got lots of S&M and stuff like that in. Stars Corinne Clary, who was in Moonraker. So I'm just seeing she's not on the credits for some reason. But yeah. But she definitely is in it. But she's not on the credits on the back. She's on the front there. Anyway, yes. Yeah, very sexy. Not a wonderful film. It's a bit boring, to be honest, but she looks great. This is a wonderful film. This is David Fincher's Zodiac, about the Zodiac killer. Just a wonderful, wonderful film. Excellent performances. Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Chloe Sevigny. Yeah, just really, 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 really good film. This was an ITV, I think. Yeah, Granada series from the early 80s. Let's see if it says anywhere. 1982. It's kind of loving. So it's Clive Wood, Joanne Whalley, Susan Penhaligon, various other people whose name I don't recognise. I'm trying to describe it. It's based on a novel, or a series of novels by Stan Barstow. It's basically just, you know, a couple's story and the ups and downs within it, but it's really good. It's hard to sell, but it's a good film. This isn't what it sounds like. This is a film called Star Suckers. This is actually about celebrity media, you know, things like, not specifically I don't think, but, you know, Heat magazine and the obsession with celebrity that's got worse and worse over the last few years. Yeah, but it's got lots of little interviews with various people, including Keira Knightley. I think I picked this up for $1.99, so. But it's quite an interesting documentary. And finally, this is a film called Private Moments, which is a sort of, they play it. The humour, spelled H-Y-U-M-O-R, of Sex and the City meet the fantasy of Red Shoe Diaries. This was actually an import from Thailand, I think, but I got it through Amazon. I mean, it's basically four women talking about sexual encounters. The women are Aruna Shields, I don't know what else she was in, Catalina Guirado, who's best known for the Ugly Bloke section on TFI Friday, Judy Ciccone, who was in Bad Girls, I think, and Natasha Vermeer, God knows what else she's been in. Luke Goss and Jason Connery are proper names in it, which says a lot. But it was alright, and again, it's quite sexy. So that's it. That's half of the third shelf done. So you can watch previous parts on the playlist and future parts. Like, subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.